Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. Thank you for being here. Oh, it's been so amazing. Thank you so much. The views have been over the top. I am totally thrilled with the comments that I have been receiving. I am so humbled and so extremely happy at all of you and the way that you have been giving back the love that I've been giving to you so long. It's been almost 3 years. Almost 3 years, and we've come a long way. I want to thank each and every one of you for your emails, your love, your kind words, and I cannot stress that enough. I feel as though I've received my Christmas presents already. Seriously, I'm so happy. Thank you, thank you. I would like to say that today is the 15th of November, and as usual, I am running late. This is like, it's past the stage of being silly, and I know it's crazy. So times have been crazy. You know, we've been through such hardship. This year has been really tough with Mars retrograding where it was for months. Like it was, in a difficult spot. The energies just in general, and I'm not going to go into the astrology at the beginning of the readings. I will put a small section, the end part of the video will be the astrology part. For those of you that are interested, can stay on and watch the rest of the video. For those astrology lovers out there, I will speak a little bit about that, but not in the beginning of the video because there's a lot of people that want to watch the tarot. So it's the 15th today, 15th of November 2018, and these readings are love in general for the mid-month to the end of the month, okay, of November. I am going to be doing the extended readings. Instead of uploading them on Vimeo, from now until Christmas, I will be uploading these videos on YouTube. Just so you know, this is me giving back to you. I'm almost at 40,000 subscribers. So thank you so much again. So there's going to be a part 1, part 2. The part 1 will be the divine spread. Okay, with the hidden messages, the divine messages, and the karma dharma messages. I will be taking one card from the Black Moon astrology cards, 1 or 2, all right, for each sign in the first part. And I'm also using the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, which I have. It's a new deck, and I'm so happy to use it on these readings, okay, by Ciro Marchetti. Now, all the rest of the cards that I'm using, I will put the list in the description box below. So, in the second part, which is the free second part of your reading, which, as I said, would normally be on Vimeo, you're getting it for free. And before I forget, I would like to wish Sagittarius a happy birthday, even though we're still in the time of Scorpio for a few more days. Happy birthday if it is your birthday, and happy solar return. Happy birthday, dear Sagittarius. It's your turn. The sun is coming into your sign, and you are blessed by Jupiter, your ruler. So this is going to be a very special birthday for you. Again, thank you all for your love and your commitment to my channel. Okay, let's go on to the readings now. And please don't forget to share, to like, subscribe, and comment. That keeps my channel going, and it is very important. All right, so thank you again. Part 1, here we are. Hello, dear Capricorn. Welcome to Divine Debut. Thank you for being here. This is your general and love reading for mid-November until end of November 2018. Let's do the divine spread for you. As I've said in the intro, there will be a second free extended reading from now until Christmas. This is me giving back to you all the love that you've given me, that you've shown me with your subscribes, your shares, your comments. This is me giving some back to you. So let's see the first part of the reading, and then I would advise that you go and watch the second part where there are a lot more cards. So Capricorn, what is your karma dharma position for November mid till end 2018? And we've got, wow, the devil. Okay, so this is your energy. Obviously, this is the card of Capricorn. That will be interesting. Now, are you the devil, or do you have another devil in your life? That's what we're going to be looking at here. Who's the devil within your life, dear Capricorn? What are these chains that are holding on to you? What can you not break free from? Let's do the spread. Take the cards, spirit guides and angels. More clarity. What's the message for Capricorn today, being the 15th of November 2018 until the end of November? Let's cut those cards. And what is this devil energy here? Okay. Now in the foundation we have the Knight of Cups. In the hidden position on what is not known to you is the King of Cups. In the recent past, we have the Faith card, which is the Hierophant. Okay, so I just did Sagittarius and I had the Faith card, the Hierophant right there, same position. In the now position, you have the Nine of Coins, Nine of Pentacles. Crowning, and your goal is the Two of Wands. Now, the advice position and the action to take is the Eight of Swords. Okay, so fear. Fear is your devil. Let's see what the outcome position is. And we've got the Ace of Wands, which is beautiful. I love the Ace of Wands. And in the divine position and what is happening planetarily for you, you have the Page of Cups, which is an offer. You are being offered an apology, a cup of love. Page of Cups is unexpected. It comes through when you least expect it. Now, this is a very youthful, unexpected energy here. So we've got, it's funny that we've got the King, the Knight, and the Page, and they go backwards. That's the funny thing here. So with these retrogrades, I would say that, and we do tend to, with the planets retrograde, they look as though they're going backwards, even though they're not really going backwards. The fact that they are retrograde means that they're closer to the Earth, and also it's like turning the energy inwards. So, we go within, we turn inwards, we go the opposite. And obviously the energy is much more potent. So we're still going through strong energies. Let me take a Black Moon Astrology card for you for a little bit more clarity. And we even go from the Two of Wands to the Ace of Wands. That's going backwards as well. Spirit Guides and Angels, one card for Capricorn. Dear Capricorn, you have the South Node in your sign now. My goodness. South Node is, it's the tail end of the dragon. It's what is known and familiar to you. It's what you're supposed to be evolving from. So evolving from the known into the unknown, which is the North Node in Cancer. So one word of advice is stop focusing so much on your career, because the divine wants you to focus more on your home, your stability, and your family. Let's take a Black Moon Astrology card for Capricorn. And we have Gemini, I think. Okay, so some of you may have been dealing with a Gemini, right? We've got the Eight of Swords here. That's the only air quality that we've got. Now, Gemini, oh, wow, that's interesting. What's interesting is that it's a number 15, just like the number of the devil. So could it be your mind, your linear mind, your left brain, which is Gemini, your logic, which is playing games with you? I think that you need to move more into not what is so physical and tangible, dear Capricorn, but you need to move into the higher realms of the mind, which is the right brain. You need to use your intuition. We've got a lot of water here. We've got the Eight of Swords, which is like a mental prison here. Okay, and this is another prison here. So some of you are imprisoned by physical and tangible things, like working too hard, right? Working too hard. Others of you may be working too hard to become that authoritarian, which is Capricorn. Now, Saturn is there. Saturn is like the Lord of time. Kronos is like holding a whip and whipping you. You are being whipped, like you need to break free. It's either that or it's self-inflicted. So some of you are really, really trying to become that authoritarian. You're trying to maybe push away someone who is of authority to you, someone who's like the dragon. They're breathing like fire down your throat. They're breathing fire at you, and you need to look at the fire. And there's fire. There's fire here. And there's fire here. Okay, so now the devil is also very passionate. This is like the flesh. This is, what did I want to say? Being sexually attracted to someone and not being able to break free from that. So some of you may be in a sexual relationship that is no good for you. And this could be from the past, of course. You may be with someone, and this is like, you could be dealing with a narcissist. Yeah. Someone who's got a very, very strong ego. Someone who acts like an authoritarian over you. But the advice here is, dear Capricorn, that you need to take on that persona. You need to become the Saturn in your own life and break free from whatever is binding you, whatever you are bound by. And with all this fire here, I feel that there is, it's like a flame that is burning, and it's like going to explode. I feel as though you're at the point of no return. You're pushing forward. You're pushing forward, and you're fighting these demons. Some of you, it's your own demons that you're fighting with. As I said, it's your logic. Maybe you're just thinking too logically, I think Gemini, it's the twin, right? It's like bipolar activity here. One minute you're thinking, yeah, I can do this, and the next you're fearing and you're saying, no, I can't do this. This is stronger than I am. Well, you need to know that the power is in your own hands. You can do this, and you can actually take the throne. Capricorn, with the node, the south node in your sign, it's time for you to break free. Break free from anything that has been binding, okay? Now, let's go on to the reading. We have the Knight of Cups. Now, if this is your energy, then, and I believe that it's mainly someone else that you're dealing with, and this could be a Cancer, a Cancerian. Why? Because they're your karmic partner. That's the sign opposite to you. And with the North Node there, now, the Knight of Cups, if you have been hoping to offer your love to someone, and it could be another fire sign, so it could be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It could also be, we could also be dealing with Taurus. We've got Taurus here, and we've also got water, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Now, because we've got the Nine of Coins here in the now position, this for me is the card of Virgo. Down here across, we've got the Page of Cups, which is usually Piscean energy. So we've got the axis Virgo, Pisces. So you may be dealing either a Virgo or a Pisces. Now, you could be dealing with a Pisces and the sign opposite to them is Virgo. So they're showing up as Virgo as well. Nevertheless, the Knight of Cups is an energy of love. It's that knight in shining armor coming forth. He's taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back. He wears his heart on his sleeve. And the Knight of Cups is also, he's a knight. He's like an action-based card. So he's very slow moving, though, because he can get very emotional. He can drown in his emotions. So are you fearing making an offer to someone that you are very much in love with? Now, the King of Cups, and this is the position that you don't know. I feel as though if this is your energy and you've got strong water in your chart and you are worried that you will be knocked back, you've got it within you. You're the King of Cups, but you don't know it. Like, you've been through the experience. You've become the king. You're ready. So move forth and make that offer. Now, if this is your partner, then they're already open. They're already open. They're in touch with their emotions. And what you don't know is that they will be coming forth. We do have the king and we've got the page here. The page is a message coming through unexpectedly where things are going to change. The chapter will change in your life. So, because Cancer is your karmic partner, I would say we're talking mostly about a Cancerian, and that's where the North Node is as well. So that is your destiny. North Node is our destiny. It's what's fated. It's very fated, right? So the King of Cups, if this is your partner, and with the Faith card, the Hierophant here, now they could be very close to they're, very spiritually aligned. They could be very close to religion. They may be driven by religion. Now, because Faith does speak of Sagittarius, we've also got strong Sagittarian energy here, even though this is the card of Taurus, and Taurus is what we value, but the Hierophant is also very similar to the Devil card in the sense that both cards speak of structures, commitments, bondages. Some people look at marriage as a bond, a bondage, like being a prisoner. If that's the way you're looking at your relationship, if you're in a committed relationship or partnership, and you're seeing it as you feel as though you're trapped, well, then the advice is to move away. If you're feeling suppressed, it's time to break free. If you're feeling as though you need to commit or you need a commitment from someone, then it's looking good so far. Some of you really have been hoping, wishing, and aligning with the divine, hoping for that perfect partner, which the King of Cups to me is a perfect partner. This is someone who is ready for love. And I call him the King of Hearts because he's very in touch with his emotions. Now, in the now position, you've got the 9 of coins. So again, working hard, being financially in a really good place. You're at the 9. So money's looking good. What about your love life? Yes, you've got enough. It's time to have someone to share it with. I feel as though you're ready. You're ready and you're looking with the 2 of Wands here. You've got a new pathway ahead of you. You've got 2 paths. It's either you commit and you change your life, or you commit to being a workaholic and working just for anything that is physical. And then when it's time to go, you think you're going to take everything with you. No. I think that what is valuable in our life is finding the person who we can share what we've worked hard with, and finding the balance between work, family, and love it's the true essence of life, isn't it? Now, the 2 of Wands is a new doorway. It always is for me. You've got a key. Look here. You've got a key. Some of you are making a choice. You may be choosing between 2 people. Now, that may not be for many of you, obviously, because with the Faith card here, which is all about religion, right? The Hierophant is all about religion. Some of you may be actually choosing between pursuing your spirituality and anything to do with religion, or committing and, having a family. So some of you may be on that level here with this reading. Some of you are using like the energy of the Hierophant to bring in that perfect partner. As I said, you're aligning and you're hoping and wishing, and know that our prayers will always be answered as long as we've got the patience, right? If we really believe, we draw in what we really desire, what our heart desires. Now, there is a key here. Usually with a Hierophant, we've got 2 keys. Here we've got 1 key. So that is interesting to me. In between that door, the new doorway, there is a key. So whatever doorway you're opening, you've got the key to do it. You've got the ability to do this, either to make the right choice. And I hope that you're not too frightened to make that choice, or to actually take that key and turn the lock. Don't stay stuck in this energy. The advice is you are not in a prison. You are free. This is a free-willed life. We make our choices, and then we decide on them, and then we move forward with them. We make them reality. Now, with the Ace of Wands here in the outcome, this is a new, inspirational, creative beginning. This is a very passionate beginning. If you've met someone who is very sexually attractive to you, and when I say sexually, it does bring up Scorpio. We've got We've got the Hierophant, which is Taurus. Now, the sign opposite to that is Scorpio, and the sun is still in Scorpio. So it's all about intimacy. It's all about sharing. Scorpio is death and transformation. So here we've got fire, and here we've got water. And fire is above water, right? Usually water would sit, it's heavy, so it would sit down the bottom. Now, if we're looking at the chart, if we look at an astrological chart, because what is fire? Fire is like air, right? At the bottom of the chart, it's much more heavier energy, and that is our foundation. So we base our life off of our foundation. So what's more important? Is it career, which is at the top, which is fire, our ambitions, our life force? Yes, it's necessary. But the foundation, which is family, children, our values, that's what's most important here. Now, just looking at your reading, I want to see what else, if I've missed anything. I do feel that, and this may be one person out there. My goodness. Because as you could see with these two cards, look at the similarity. I mean, the Ace of Wands it's fire. And there is a lot of fire here. As I've said, some of you are fighting between your sexuality and your religion. It's as though you're trying to make a decision on, do I stay within religion? Do I follow the church or whatever you believe in? Or do I follow my passion, my sexuality, and my life force? Ace of Wands is the life force. Okay, of course it's physical, and that's what the devil speaks of. Anything physical, anything that we can touch. And let's not forget that Saturn, which is your ruler, it brings longevity, it brings difficulties through lessons, but getting through those lessons is what brings us the longevity, the stability, and the experience, the wisdom. But Saturn is also the Lord of time, so things take time. So, as I said, we've got Gemini here, so some of you may have left behind a Gemini. We've got the Eight of Swords here. Maybe you were dealing with a Gemini who you were very sexually attracted to, and others of you may be choosing between a Gemini and a fire sign. So I did mention already Sagittarius. We've got Taurus here and Scorpio and Pisces and Cancer. I'm going to say 3 water signs. The 3 of them I'm going to mention here, I'm afraid. And we've also got, as I said, Virgo here. So it's going to be very interesting to me. Venus goes direct tomorrow, and she will be direct until, she will be direct in Libra, in the House of Partnership, until I think the 6th. I think that on the 6th she moves into, in 2.5 weeks. So it would be, the 6th. She moves into Scorpio. So she's still in her shadow period, which means that she's still going over the degrees that she turned retrograde on. So we're still working through, but the fact that she's going direct is the very positive sign. So this is a time of really speaking about what is Scorpio in your life. What is your darkest, deepest, hidden psyche. It's time to share that with your partner. So there is an offer of love, as I said, coming through unexpectedly. If this person, your partner, you don't know, maybe you've had an inkling that this person is interested. For those of you that are single, this person has become the king. So wait for that offer. It's coming through. And I do think that many times, I think that Capricorn does deal with Cancer. And it is karmic. When you've got the devil here in the karma dharma position, you are going through a karmic time, obviously, especially with the south node in your sign. Okay, so I will leave you with that. I will continue this reading on, it's going to be the extended reading. It's for free, so please go and watch that. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And it's going to be very interesting to see so many extra cards for you in part 2 with the extended reading for you. All right, so thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. You are so dear to me. Thank you so much. For those of you that want to stay onto the video, I've got the astrology part of the video. So enjoy that if you're interested. Okay, for you astrology lovers, a little bit on that. Okay, so November 15th, we've actually got Mars that enters into Pisces. Wow, interesting, eh? After so long that Mars has been in Aquarius, like, I don't know, for 4 or 5 months. And that's incredible. Finally, the Martian, which is full of fire and passion and, the driving force. It's our force. It's our will. It's our energy. It actually moves into Pisces, Mars does, which Mars is the ruler of Aries, right? So Aries, Mars is nearly at home. When it moves into Aries, it will be in its home sign. So Mars has been through a lot of difficulty through Aquarius because it went through, it was on the south node. It went through difficult squares with Uranus. It was at a very, very difficult time in its transit. And it's happy because it's happier than being in Aquarius because, Aquarius is an air sign. So fire and air do mean explosion, Look at the worldly news. Look at what's happened in the past 4 or 5 months. Look at your own personal life. Like on the collective front, it's been really hard for people. As well as that, on our own lives, in our own lives, it's been like really, really tough. It's like there's been a lot of trouble, a lot of changes happening. People have had like one day good, the next day it's like downhill. I see it in, people that are around me in their lives. Same with me. I mean, we're all going through the same energies. So Mars, as I said, moving into Pisces. Pisces is a water sign, so Mars slows down there. It's like putting something that's on fire, let's say a torch, put it in water. It's like putting out the fire. It's difficult to move through because Pisces is murky. It's like watery, it's unclear. It's very loving. Of course, Pisces has got a lot of love to give. It's the divine love. But Mars being there, it's like its energy is slowed down. It's like taking a break. It's as though it's taken drugs. Mars has taken drugs. It's drugged out and it's like going with the flow. It's lost its energy though. Think about it. What else? Okay. Let's see what's next. We've got Venus direct on the 16th of November. Don't forget, she's still in her shadow period. Even though it's all systems go, she's actually moving over the degrees. She's at 25 degrees, right? When she goes direct. She's at 25 degrees and she's still in Libra, which is her own home. So she's very happy there. She's very happy to move direct too. So from 25 degrees, she will be slowly and not long to go before she moves into into Scorpio, and that will be in 2.5 weeks. So yeah, once she gets to the 10 degrees of Scorpio, that will be when her shadow period ends. So it is all systems go, but she's still sort of it's as though she's working on the last details of, we're working on the last details of what we perceive as, something that is adorable, beautiful, something that we love, anything that is of value to us, anything to do with love and money, and our value system. So very positive that she's moving direct. It's great. And being in Libra, it's the house of partnership. So we are still talking about finding our balance. We're hoping to find our balance. We're going to be able to be, just like Libra, trying to find the balance and being there for others, because Libra is other people. It's the house of partnership, right? Whether it's family, business, or romance. Now, on the same day, like tomorrow, Mercury goes retrograde. So it's like Venus finishes, Mercury begins. So we're not at the end of the retrograde season. Now, Mercury is not such a tragic retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde 3 or 4 times every year. It's just that Mercury deals with communications, right? Anything to do with communicating, third house matters, which is siblings, neighbors, friends, being in a small group, anything to do with study as well. So anything electronic, anything that is driven, anything that you sit in and you drive it, be careful. There may be breakdowns. Be careful with looking at the details. You need to look over details again and again with Mercury retrograde, because if you are, let's say, traveling, you've got, your flight, your itinerary, look over the details, because there is a big chance that there is some sort of a mistake. There could be delays, there could be cancellations, what have you. Now, Mercury is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is it's the house of higher education. Mercury is ruled by the house opposite Sag, which is Gemini, right? So little Mercury being in huge Gemini, because in huge Sagittarius, Sagittarius being ruled by Jupiter, is grand. It's big. It's enormous, So little Mercury in there moving retrograde is going to be going through some difficult aspects with Neptune at the moment. Actually, in the next week, we've got a difficult square between Mercury and Neptune, and that speaks of confusion. So, yeah, be careful. Be careful with being confused. Neptune is in Pisces. It's very strong, even though it's retrograde, and we're wearing rose-colored glasses. I already feel the confusion the past couple of days, so the next week, still the same. Be careful with your details. Be careful with communications and not misunderstanding. And try and stay alert. Keep that left brain working. Do not go into disillusion and illusions with Neptune in Pisces. Can happen. Now, on the 22nd of November, the sun will enter Sagittarius. What a beautiful time. Happy birthday, Sagittarius, right? Happy, happy birthday. I was so happy to give you the best reading in the whole world. So happy to do that for you. So, the sun in Sagittarius, there's a lot of optimism. My God. There is a lot of clarity. What is the sun? The sun is the ruler of Leo. It's, as I said before, it's grand. And when the sun meets up with Jupiter, which won't be long, let me see. Um, okay, so in 1.6 weeks, so in about 10 days, the sun is conjunct Jupiter in Sagittarius. My God, wishes coming true. Anything to do with Sagittarius, which is foreign places, foreign cultures, higher education, spirituality, truth, freedom, exploration, exploring, going on that adventure. It's a time to go on an adventure. It's a time to travel. Now, with Mercury retrograde, know that it only lasts for about 3 weeks. So it does not take long. It's actually like 3 weeks, but then it will be in shadow just for a bit. Let's say I will tell you when it will be going direct. So in 3 weeks, which will be December the 7th, Mercury will be going direct. Yeah. So things will be back to normal, and that's fantastic. So communications, everything will come back to normal. Venus will be out of its shadow by then. It will be in Scorpio, so still deep Scorpio, hidden stuff, but that is still death and transformation, but in a very positive way, because Venus will be direct. So anything to do with intimacy as well. Very, Scorpios rules the sexual organs. This is like sex on fire, sex on leg. How do we say it? Sex on legs, yeah. So now, 23rd of November, which is 23rd is like 11. If you break it down, it's a number 11. Again, it's in the 11th month of the 11th year. So I'm saying that the full moon in Gemini, at the beginning of Gemini, is going to be amazing. Now, Gemini is all about, it's ruled by Mercury. Gemini is an air sign, so it's all about our intellect. It's all about communication, writing, reading, studying, siblings, neighbors, education, as well as short distance travel. Full moon is a completion, right? It's clarity. It's like an illumination. So with completions come new beginnings, correct? So it's at 0 degrees and 52 of Gemini, which is, it's actually on the cusp with Taurus. Now, the last full moon was in Taurus. Taurus is all about our values, what is near and dear to us, what we value, it's all about the comforts in our life. Taurus is it's earth. So it's all about putting in that hard work, because it's the house of earned income. So working hard towards things that make you feel comfortable, right? So being right on the cusp of Taurus Gemini, it's all about the things that I just mentioned, like, anything to do with communication, also publicity, like publishing a book, anything that's been written. I think that people are going to look at this time as very important, because, as I said, Gemini is logic. Gemini is the left brain. It's a very intellectual sign. So our intellect will be very, very important at this time. And anything that deals with that left brain, logic, anything to do with logic. All right, 24th of November, Neptune goes direct. So we've got So many things happening. Neptune direct, those rose-colored glasses are coming off. Neptune is in Pisces. It's at 13 degrees, almost 14 degrees of Pisces. So moving direct, Pisces is the divine love. Pisces is the completion of a cycle. It's the last sign of the zodiac. Now, Pisces is also a water sign. So, as I said, with Neptune moving direct, even though Pisces is also, it's a very dark house. It's the occult. It's things that are hidden. The positive thing with Neptune moving direct is that those glasses will come off. We will be able to see through the veil. So anything that has been disillusioning for you, if you've been stuck in an illusion, if you've been drugging yourself out because the energies have been so difficult, it's actually time to cut down on those drugs, see things clearly, right? And just go with the flow, because Pisces is it's, as I said, it's the divine love. It's giving everything to the world. And I think that it is time for, with Neptune moving direct, and in its own home sign, we've got Jupiter direct in its home sign. We've got Venus at that stage, obviously direct in its home sign still. This is like incredible. It really is. Now, the moon, while I'm doing this, is in Aquarius. Aquarius is the rebel. The moon is our emotions. So not being so emotional, I would say, because Aquarius is like, they break down, they rebel against things that don't work for them, right? So with the moon moving through Aquarius, it's like detaching from our emotions. It's like using, again, our intellect, because all air signs are intellectual, more than what our heart space is. So it's detaching from anything that is difficult emotionally. Now, the moon is also home. It's our mother as well. So this is like detaching, like cutting that umbilical cord, I would say, and breaking free from anything that has been tying you, holding you hostage to some sort of an obligation. Could be a family obligation, could be anything to do with home, your roots, anything like that. So what have I not mentioned? So I can finish the astrology part of this reading. Okay, well, Pluto is direct in Capricorn at 19 degrees. Saturn is at 6 degrees. It's starting to get closer and closer to Pluto. Saturn, of course, is very strong. Yeah, I didn't mention that. Saturn is in its own home sign of Capricorn, very, very strong. And with the nodes having shifted into Cancer, Capricorn, Cancer is the North Node, South Node is in Capricorn. It's a very Capricornian time for the next year and a half. Now, Cancer is the home, the family, the roots, the mother. Capricorn is our status in the world. It's being the authority. It's putting in that hard work, standing strong, becoming the elder. So that's the axis we will be working through. This is our soul's purpose for the next 18 months. Anything to do with career, which is Capricorn, and home, which is Cancer. So I think I will leave it at that. When I have time, I will upload more astrology on Vimeo. I will let you know about it. I'm really struggling with time at the moment. The only thing that I did not mention is that the sun is still at 22 degrees of Scorpio. It's finishing up its cycle in Scorpio, and it will be moving into Sag, right, very soon, as well as Chiron at 28 degrees of Pisces. It's still in its retrograde mode. So Chiron is the wounded healer. It's going back, trying to find a way to heal and end a chapter of anything to do with past life wounds, childhood wounds, and Chiron being the wounded healer. Some of us are licking our wounds, trying to heal them, and in the process we are becoming the healers. Now when Chiron moves back into Aries, this is a sign of the initiation. This is a brand new sign, a brand new cycle. And so we will be instigating healing, okay, healing through crisis, healing and becoming the warrior, pushing the energies through to bring on that healing or to become that healer. Did I mention Uranus at 29 degrees of Aries? Again, very explosive. Okay, very, very explosive. Now, one last thing that I wanted to say was that Mars, which will be moving into Pisces, Mars is the ruler of Aries, right? And Uranus being in Aries, it's like Uranus rules Aquarius. So it's funny, you know, having Mars in Aquarius at the last degrees. It's like, it's as though they've swapped positions. So instead of Mars being where Uranus is where Mars would be, and so on and so forth. So this is a very interesting time because there is a sextile between the two, all right? And this is very interesting because it's very important when this happens. All right, so I think I will leave you at that. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Sending you many wishes and many blessings. Stay well, stay blessed. Bye.